Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking comic book collection update. Yeah, I'm going to review all the single issues today, so let's jump into it. First up we have Doomsday Clock number 8, Save Humanity. So Firestorm kind of gets into some trouble, because everyone's talking about the Superman theory that America, because most metahumans are from America, which is a little fishy, right? So everyone thinks that America is mass producing superheroes as like weapons of mass destruction, and it seems to be pretty credible. The only superhuman that the entire world seems to trust is Superman, but then Firestorm like accidentally turns a bunch of people to glass. And then Superman kind of takes Firestorm's side, saying it was an accident and that he can turn them back because Firestorm seemed to successfully turn one of them back at a secluded location. And then Firestorm shows up to turn them back, and then there's a big brawl, and it looks like Superman's defending a terrorist. And there's a big explosion, and it turns out that Firestorm didn't turn those people to glass because he can't affect organics. Firestorm didn't cause that final explosion. It was Dr. Manhattan trying to kill Superman so that either he wouldn't die or be forced to destroy the universe or something. Then we move on to Doomsday Clock number 9. This is the most recent one at the time of recording. So I'm finally caught up on Doomsday Clock. We finally get a big brawl between nearly all of DC's active heroes and Dr. Manhattan. So they all go to Mars to fight him because they trace the signal back there. And Dr. Manhattan's doing all this stuff, and it turns out by preventing the Justice Society from existing, he also kind of prevented the Legion of Superheroes from existing, and all this stuff. So all these different heroes, all the different Justice Leagues, and Doom Patrol, and Titans, and everyone's headed out to space to fight Dr. Manhattan. And Manhattan really just kicks all their asses so hard. It is... and everyone was like, oh, America manufactured Firestorm, and so he's part of the Superman theory, and for all of DC Comics, it's pretty much been considered an accident. But in fact, it was on purpose. It was a conspiracy to create Firestorm. Dr. Manhattan took Ronnie back in time and revealed that to him, and it was all this crazy stuff, and Superman's like catatonic, or at least unconscious to some extent. And Lex Luthor is trying to convince Lois Lane about something about the Justice Society and all this stuff. And Luthor's like, I have the chance to kill Superman, but instead I'm going to help you, Lois, because our whole world is at stake, etc., etc. Dr. Manhattan's got some crazy planning going on, which I guess is easy to do, and you can just look through time however you want. And then we also have Batman issue 59. So, the Penguin tells Batman that Bane is running Arkham. We, as the reader, already know he is because we saw Penguin talking to him with someone who looked like Flashpoint Batman next to him. Kinda wish they would have kept Flashpoint Batman hidden a bit better, but whatever. Made us think a little bit about it. So, Batman's going around, and he just fucking kicks Bane's ass in his cell while Bane is like muttering and stuff. You know, Bane is supposed to be like insane and not functioning mentally. Batman just kicks the shit out of him. Bane doesn't fight back or reveal anything. Batman decks Gordon, all this crazy stuff. Because, you know, Batman is in a very high emotional state right now. He got left at the altar. His adopted son got shot in the head. He's not been having a good time. Not been having a good time. So it's all this lunacy. And then the Penguin is like, by telling you this stuff about Bane, it's a suicide. I'm basically committing suicide because Bane is going to kill me. But that's fine because he and his people killed my wife, and I just want to be with her. I don't care anymore. Whatever, just stop Bane. He killed my wife. So Batman kind of keeps Penguin safe in the Batcave with Alfred, and Penguin is, of course, he's blindfolded and stuff, so he can't see who Alfred is or where the Batcave is, and etc. And Batman's going all over the city, beating up criminals who were recently in Arkham, trying to get them to confess that Bane is running Arkham, and none of them will. They're all like, what? Bane was freaking crazy. He's not running Arkham. and all this stuff, but we saw Bane smile a little bit at the end of the last issue, so we know Bane's up to something, and once again, we also saw him in his chair running Arkham. And all this stuff. And then at the end of this, Flashpoint Batman seems to take Cobblepot, or do something to Cobblepot. And Cobblepot, this is post Red Hood shooting him in the eye, by the way, because he's got an eye patch, so post Red Hood doing all that stuff. And then we just have a Marvel previews. I actually meant to show this one last time instead of the one I did show. This is the first War of the Realms, and I showed the second War of the Realms last time. That was my bad. But it's just several previews for issues coming up, you know, to convince you to buy stuff. So, quick recap. We have Marvel's free previews, War of the Realms. We have Batman number 60, Batman number 59, Doomsday Clock number 9, and Doomsday Clock number 8. So, mostly DC's and then just a Marvel previews to kind of round it out. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will, of course, be seeing you all later.